What is going on, Carlos? How you doing,
I'm good, dude. How are you doing?
man? I'm hanging in there. Happy Wednesday, live stream Wednesday. Hope all is well on the other side of the internet.
Well, on this side, it's very good. Yeah, a good day. The sun was shining, even though I spent it indoors, but I could see it shining, which is good. Been rare lately here in England.
Finally cooling down here in Austin. It's only a high of 89 today.
Yeah, but cooling down for you, it's just like awesome for me. It's like I'm starting to get like all the cardigans, sweaters, and all that stuff. About 10 layers just to get out there and walk the dog. You t-shirt and the little jacket, you fine.
It'll get like I row in the morning, so it'll get a little cold in the morning. I'll have to wear long sleeves when I hop on the water to go rowing. So
Yeah, that is the exception when you get to the water. um, Look, I've been there in November and December. It cooled down, really cooled down, but like a day or two was cold, and then the rest is like t-shirt and a little jacket.
yeah.
I envy that. I envy that. I do.
Well, I like jackets, which is one of my hard thing is like I would love to have like 20 different jackets. I feel like they
You're missing
really
out.
yeah, they really make you look cool having a bunch of cool jackets and then, I can only wear mine like 3 days a year. But
Mm.
we got that winter storm a couple years ago. It was pretty brutal here.
I
So,
know, yeah, the blizzard and all that. Yeah, that stopped all the electric and everything. I remember that. Man, I tell you, I probably told you. I think we've done actually a piece on this before on Beardbrand. My favorite time of the year is autumn, like fashion wise. The colors, well, the colors of everything, but fashion wise is my favorite time of the year because of all the layers that you can do, that you can wear, like how you can style things. It's definitely my favorite time. For ease, summer and like living in a warmer climate because just t-shirt and a jacket if you need. That's it. But I like autumn. It's a good
you
fashion.
can wear layers, you just got to wear your fishnet t-shirts.
You can't wear layers in Austin. I tried. Like I see Sly. Like sometimes when I'm in Austin in like pure heat, and I meet Sly for a coffee, let's say on a weekend or whatever, and we go for a hike. This guy turns up in a vest top underneath a long sleeve um, sweatshirt, let's say, and a little jacket. And I'm like in t-shirt and I'm already hot. And I'm like, what the hell, man?
Well, of course he's wearing a little jacket cuz he's only like 5'4".
God,
Hopefully he's not watching the stream here. He's
that's a
not in here
good a
to
good
defend himself.
a good dad joke. I don't know why I
What do we
laughed
got
so
today?
much about
What
that.
are we doing today?
Well, we are. It's about me, I suppose, today.
Yeah.
Then,
They're always
yeah,
about you, man. We talk about
it
addiction, it's about
yeah,
you.
yeah. We
Portugal,
need
it's
to
about
we
you.
need to
Breaking
turn
your
the
wrist, it's
tables.
about you. Losing weight, it's about you. We might as well just call this the Carlos podcast.
Yeah. Oh, is there a podcast? I thought it was a live stream.
The live stream podcast.
um.
2001.
Yeah. So the reasons why I left Portugal, it says there, or the reason why I left Portugal. The real reason, whatever the title is. We played around with that. Yeah, I'll share a little bit. I've been out of Portugal for a very long time. First time I left Portugal to actually live in another country for a while. I left Portugal many times before that, but the first time I left Portugal, I was 17, so I'm 44.
So what is
It's
that?
a
Almost 30
lot.
years, 27 years.
Yeah, I've been back. I mean, not just for holiday. I did go back and live there a little bit. But we can get into all that in a little bit.
You can take the man out of Portugal, but you can't take the Portugal out of his accent.
Yeah, you can't. I tried. I've been in England for
You've been out of Portugal longer. You've been in Portugal.
yes, that's very true. Yeah. And I've been here in England, but I lived in Germany, so I spoke German before, and then came here. I've been here 22 years, almost 23 years. I've been here, so it's a long time, man. And this accent's still going strong. I think it's back, like even stronger now, like the Portuguese
The
twang.
Portuguese, yeah. Do you still speak to your buddies in Portuguese and stuff like that? So you do.
Yeah, my mom obviously calls.
Yeah.
My sister lives about 5 minutes from me. She was here the other day, actually. But I tell you what, I forget. And I want to speak Portuguese to my 6 month old son, Reba. But it's hard, man. Like I'm speaking Portuguese to him, but because Jenna is around me and the environment is so English, I just mix it all up and English starts coming out.
Yeah.
But I really want to speak Portuguese to him, so he at least gets two languages like my daughter did.
Yeah. Well,
But it
let's
was
get
easier
into
with, yeah.
let's get into
Anyway,
the
it was
viral
easier
videos,
with
and
my
we'll
daughter.
talk about Portugal later. Nobody cares about
Yeah.
Portugal.
Look at them roofs, man. Okay, let's see
Can you?
what we
I
got
can.
here.
I can.
Yeah.
Can you speak any other language?
Yeah, I speak Portuguese.
Say something to me in your language. Comments, let me know what he says.
Você é uma mulher muito bonita.
I don't know. Can you?
What do you say, Carlos?
Is that all he said?
Apparently.
He said, "You are a very beautiful woman."
I'm not a beautiful woman. I'm a man. Huh? They confirmed that.
No, you are a very beautiful woman.
You speak Portuguese.
Wow.
Does your voice sound different in different languaes? Or is it pretty much the same?
Let me say something.
You say you're a beautiful woman.
Tu és uma mulher muito bonita. Do I sound different?
No, I don't think so. He went like.
Tu és muito alto para ser português.
Yeah. I mean, you sound the same to me.
Yeah, yeah. I think now I actually have an accent in like sort of a little bit of an English thing to Portuguese, which is I don't speak
so your
Spanish.
Portuguese has an English.
I just saw your thing. I don't speak Spanish. Oh, you evil person. I don't hold grudges. Oh God!
I'm glad you saw it. I was going to wonder if you ever were going to comment. Look how red I look. This light is terrible.
Only just clocked. Come on, and next video.
Why wasn't Portugal conquered by Spain? Although much smaller than Spain, Portugal is actually the older country between the two. It emerged as a kingdom in 1128 as part of the Reconquista, a series of battles by Christian states to expel the Muslims from the Iberian Peninsula. Spain was found in 1479, when the Crown of Castile and the Crown of Aragon united. During the European Wars of 18th century, the two countries found themselves on opposite sides, Portuguese being aligned with Britain and Spain with France. In 1762, Spain launched an unsuccessful attack on Portugal. A second attempt of Spain was in 1807, when together with France, they managed to successfully invade Portugal. But in the end, France decided to take over both countries. Portugal and Spain united in order to escape the French domination, which they finally did, with the help of British Army, in 1814. Starting with the 19th century, the two countries realized that the most of their wealth is coming from abroad, and shifted their focus from their European lands to their overseas possessions and defending of their trade routes. Why wasn't
Dude, you shifted your focus to abroad? Was she hot?
Yeah. It must have been, yeah.
Must have been a
But
pretty hot broad.
I'm I am not proud of some of our history. I'm proud of like discovering other countries, but I'm not proud of like, slavering people and stuff like that. Yeah. But I mean, I think Portuguese have a great history. And history is one of my favorite subjects. Some of that stuff actually was wrong, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, the dates weren't quite right. But yeah, it's pretty
Was that
much what
Napoleon?
happened.
Was that Napoleon that took over? Spanish and was that
I
true? France?
don't,
Did France take over?
I don't know. That's what that part of the history or that part of the clip there. I actually don't know if that ever happened because I don't remember France ever invading with Spain, Portugal, and then Portugal and Spain getting together and take it all back. I don't remember any of that. I remember Spain. Just to go quicker, we didn't have a king and we didn't have a successor when our king disappeared in a battle in down in Morocco in Africa, and the next successor was a cardinal or whatever he was called back then, and he had no kids, obviously. So the queen ended up marrying a Spanish king, and then the Spanish took over like that, and there was a lot of people dying hungry and stuff because obviously they didn't care about the Portuguese. And then there was a civil war, and Portugal just took Portugal back. I remember that piece of history, but I don't remember any of that stuff that was just talking on that clip.
Okay.
But yeah, I love history, and after this, I'm gonna actually research that.
Go down the Wikipedia rabbit hole.
Yeah.
That's
All
what
right,
I was
next
doing
one.
though, dude. Got an airplane wing?
Yeah, with a
He's
looks
over
like
a
a
cloud.
Arabic.
Don't
Arabic
go to
symbol.
Portugal.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't either. It's just so not good, Portugal. Look at that.
Looks terrible.
Oh,
Although
my
your
God.
beds are not very comfortable in Portugal.
Oh yeah, you went to my wedding.
Yeah, everywhere we went, the beds were like IKEA beds that were just like
Yeah, of
quite
course.
uncomfortable.
People Airbnbs, they put the cheapest stuff in there.
I don't know, man. Like, do they not have any good beds there?
Well, I'm gonna say something here, like probably a bit. I don't know. People might kill me, but like even in England, I'm not saying Portugal, but remember we are well behind from you guys, and especially Japan and China.
Yeah, you
China
guys are like a
and
third world
Japan.
country in Europe.
China and Japan are like way ahead of everyone else, like all of us, America included.
They
But
got
definitely,
nicer beds in China than us?
well,
I
they
don't
got
believe that.
nicer thing, I reckon. They do, man.
I don't
Like
believe it.
yeah, and Japan, they just have the best of everything, man.
Japan,
They
I
just send
believe. China, I
they
don't
ju-
believe.
China just sends the not so good stuff to all of us to consume.
Have you been to China?
I've not been to China, but I know people that have. My acupuncture is from China. She's just been to China. And she was actually telling me a few stories about that. Hence why I'm saying what I just said. Obviously,
Okay.
personally, I've not been. I can't say it for experience, but she was like, yeah,
Dude, I'll tell you.
she said, I haven't realized how far beyond. I haven't been back to China in a long time, and she said, I didn't know how far beyond, like technology wise, living, we are here in UK. She said that to me. I know in Portugal, I know.
Yeah.
I know here too, but not to the extent she explained.
Yeah, I mean, like
Um,
the Brits are equivalent to like Mississippi or Alabama here in America. It's like our worst state in terms of economy is equivalent to Britain. And you take London out, and you guys are like Might as well be like
Yeah,
Czechoslovakia or something.
yeah, man.
No offense to Czechoslovakia, but
Czechoslovakia actually great. Might not have a great economy, but it's nice.
I mean, that's the thing with Europe is it's nice. I feel like you guys just get well. Britain doesn't have the nice weather that Portugal has, so it's like you don't have the weather.
no.
You used to have the economy, and now that the
Yeah,
economy's going, what do you got there?
yeah. I mean,
Football?
that's why everyone just says, "What are you doing in there?"
Yeah.
Dude, I would move. Like, if my wife said, "Okay, let's do it," I would move tomorrow. I would literally move tomorrow. I would go moving company, get some quotes, blah blah blah. I need getting out of here, man. I would be out of here. I don't even care the destination anymore. Just out of here. That's how bad it is for me right now here. My wife doesn't want to because obviously family having a baby now. Also, a grandmother is not. She's
I mean, I'll
90
tell you, we moved when
something.
Eleanor was 1, so
Yeah, I would
and then,
move.
like,
Like I said,
my parents have been old since forever, like, they're just
yeah. Look, dude,
You should
I
go down
with
to
you.
Australia like Aaron is. We got an
I'm with
and we got
you.
an Aussie in the comments.
Yeah, I'm with you, but unfortunately, no, unfortunately, that's such a bad way to say things. Yeah, it's not just my
It's
decision.
unfortunate.
I'm glad she's not here. Hopefully, she's not watching on the
At least,
walk.
at least we're not recording the stream and putting it on the internet.
Otherwise, I won't eat tonight because I'm not cooking. I'm on cooking duties most of the nights, but tonight we're doing this, so I'm not on cooking duty.
What do we
I
got? Any more
think,
viral videos? We done with that?
yeah, we only watched like 2 or 3.
Three.
3.
Three.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Next one. We are very chatty today.
I know. I know. This live stream is going to be done before the topic starts. What is this, a Canadian?
Of course, I have a Baú de Barcelos sitting in the stove.
I'm Portuguese.
Of course, I have a rosary and a Portuguese flag hanging from the rearview mirror.
Oh,
I'm
my
Portuguese. Of course, it doesn't matter. We've never won the World Cup. We're still the best.
That's pretty much the Portuguese mentality right there. Yeah, so I left Portugal at 17. That was very true. All of that. It's like, I think it's still very, especially Germany, some parts here. There's a Portuguese road. Well, we call it the Portuguese road because there's a lot of Portuguese cafes, but it's not Portuguese road. You still see that type of mentality with some people. You still see the cars full of those Portuguese things. Yeah, it's I don't even know if I want to elaborate on that, but it's weirdly funny still. And this is what I mean. Things haven't moved forward.
Do they
Evolved.
have like that? This isn't the right word, so don't get offended. But like that loser mentality, like that. Of course, we didn't win the World Cup. Like of course things are kind of bad. That's just the way it is in Portugal.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I wouldn't say loser, but victim.
Okay.
More victim mentality than loser mentality. I think that we didn't win the World Cup, but we're still the best. I think that's quite positive, actually. At least I take it as positive because we have been close. So yeah, I take that as positive because we do have a good, especially in the last few years, we've had a really good team. But I think, yeah, I think a lot of Portuguese have the victim mentality.
I bet you. And we'll have to do next. If anyone ends up watching this video, maybe we'll do South Carolina next week because I bet you there's a lot of similarities. It seems like.
Yeah,
South
probably.
Carolina and beautiful beaches.
Yeah, man, Portugal is beautiful.
Nice.
The reality is this: I left. Everyone is moving there. Maybe it's my fault.
We're like, once Carlos
Anyway.
gets out of here, we'll move in.
Yeah, next video. Oh, what the hell is going on here?
Pastel de nata with ketchup.
I see this guy a lot on my
Foda-se! Can someone please explain me esta merda? We are a very Pacific country. We let everyone in. Tourists are welcome. And what do? They take one of our most precious national treasures and they destroy it. I don't go to Germany and put a bratwurst inside of a donut. I don't go to France and put a baguette in a blender and baguette shake. I don't go to the Netherlands and spit on people. Oh, wait, that's how they speak. I love you, Netherlands. You who put ketchup on the pastel de nata, I will find you. And I will put the pastel de nata with cinnamon inside your mouth.
Why would you put ketchup on that thing? That
I don't know. I compare it to
is it a sweet? Is it like a sweet
it's a
pastry?
sweet. It's a sweet. It's a sweet. You never had one?
Well, I don't hang out in Portugal. What is it, a nata?
A nata, pastel nata. You did go to Portugal, man. You were
but I
there
didn't
for a
get
few
any of
days.
the pastries.
What? You go to Denmark and you have their pastries, and you don't. You went to Portugal. You never
Denmark's
our
known for
pastries.
their pastries. Portugal's not known for their
Yeah,
pastries.
Portugal is known for the pastel de nata. It's like the biggest thing in Portugal. It's bigger
No, Portugal is known
than
for their
that.
sardines and
That's
their wine
bacalhau.
and olives.
Bacalhau. No, nata is like one of the biggest things, man. Everyone visits Portugal as a nata, man. Without ketchup for sure.
Okay.
I don't even know why you would put ketchup on it.
Like, what kind of person would put ketchup on that? Was it German? Was it a German doing that?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm struggling to. I mean, I see
It must have
people
just been
putting
like a
ketchup
TikTok,
on.
like to mess things up.
Yeah, I don't know, but I've seen people putting ketchup on pizza. I've seen a lot of that actually.
Well, I mean, that
One
kind of
of
makes
my
sense because tomato sauce is a
Yeah,
version
man,
of ketchup.
I'm not Italian, I'm getting offended. If any Italians are here, I
Some
apologize for
pasta and
what
some
you
ketchup.
just said. Dude, ketchup, I already got nice tomato sauce on. You're gonna put a sweet, weird tomato sauce on a pizza. It just ruins the pizza.
I mean,
Anyway.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but that makes more sense to me. Putting
Yeah.
ketchup on a pizza than ketchup on a cinnamon bun.
No cinnamon bun. But yes.
It's cinnamon, right? Like a cinnamon croissant.
Oh, Marx, let's move on because this guy's talking crap.
Here we go. Is this it?
Oh,
Pastéis de nata are beloved in Portugal. The original version is made using a 100-year-old secret recipe that only 7 people know. After the dough has been made, it's stretched, sliced, and its pieces are pressed into individual molds. The egg custard is then made. It's rumored that this custard is made with milk, not cream, to make for a lighter and less sweet custard, which is meant to better complement the salty flavors of the pastry. The pastries are filled with custard, and the tarts are baked in the oven at 400 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes. When the pastries come out of the oven, they are paired one on top of another to protect them and keep them stronger.
I used to make these, man. I worked in a bakery back in.
What is that? What someone just put ketchup on?
Yes.
Or is that the same thing?
Yeah, that is the same thing. Look.
Oh my god! It's like a custard, and they put ketchup on that.
Yeah. Well, you're not supposed to, but someone did. There's a video on.
I can't comprehend how terrible that is. Like, I don't.
I know.
That person
must have been
should be
American.
banned
Must have
from.
been a.
No, it's not an American.
That's
totally
Come on,
Italians love ketchup.
You got all types. You got all types of people in America. No, I don't know whoever done that. Oh God, what the hell?
Let's get to our quizzes.
Yeah, let's do that.
Mine's an easy one.
Okay, you go first then.
Okay. In order, list the top 5 metropolitan areas of Portugal.
In order.
Yeah, from biggest to smallest.
Lisbon,
Correct.
Porto.
Correct.
Is it Coimbra biggest? I'm gonna say Coimbra, but I might be wrong. It might be. Where was that? Lisbon, Porto, Coimbra. Not correct. Faro.
What?
Faro.
How do you
Faro.
spell it?
F-A-R.
No.
What? God, I don't really know Portugal. What else we got there big?
I mean, both of those are on the list.
Yeah, I'm just thinking which one is bigger. Just Portugal, not the island, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Bragança? Nah, that's not there.
You want me to give you a hint?
Yeah.
It's not a port town.
It's not a?
It's not a port town. It's not on the coast.
Guarda? Nah, that's too small. Viseu? No? Braga? Braga. Oh, damas. So, Lisbon, Porto, Braga, Coimbra, Faro.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Braga.
They were very
I
similar.
said
They're
Braga.
within 50,000 people between Braga and they have it at Aveiro. Is that like a sister city?
Aveiro. I forgot about Aveiro.
They kind of lump that together. Aveiro, Coimbra.
Okay. Yeah, Aveiro. Okay, I forgot about
Faro.
that.
Yeah.
Dude, I haven't lived in Portugal for a very long time. Sometimes my friends talk about some stuff and I'm like, can't remember where that is. Which is crazy.
I hear you, man. Same thing happened to me
Right,
when I went back to South Carolina a couple weeks ago.
Right, so mine should be easy for you at least. And I'm not going to ask you 5 or whatever. I'm just going to ask you 1.
Okay.
What's the traditional Portuguese music called? It's known worldwide.
Portuguese music?
Like traditional. Type of music, one name.
What's it called? Mariachi?
Mariachi, no.
Mariachi, yeah.
I know. You're still thinking in Spanish, dude. Well, I'll give you a hint. It does have guitar in it, but it's the singing. It does have the famous Portuguese guitar playing.
Dude, I have no idea. I know nothing about music.
Are you serious?
I have no idea. I couldn't even
It's so
think of it.
it's so popular in the
Like
Netherlands
rock and roll?
as well. No. It's called fado. F-A-D-O.
F-A-D-O? No, that word has never been uttered in my vicinity in the history of my
Google
life.
it. Fado. The guitar.
I believe you, but in America,
someone said kizomba, which is African type of music. But yes, it's very popular in Portugal for sure.
So fado? You just jam around with a guitar?
Yeah, well, no, there's also singing. Amália Rodrigues was our most famous fado singer.
Okay. Do you listen to that?
It's no. I don't know, actually. There's a girl, I forgot her name now. I used to listen to her a little bit. She's got some good songs. I like the guitar in it a lot. It's very popular in like the Netherlands, man. Father, like they don't even understand any of the words, but they like to. They have clubs just dedicated for it. It's crazy. Right. There's a little bit of Portuguese. Marisa, that's it. Yes. Paulo Elias, thank you very much. That's it. My memory is crap to remember stuff. So, I mean, I think stuff that I remember stuff that I did like long time ago than stuff that I did like a few days ago or like
you got your
months ago.
before drugs,
Yeah,
and after drugs.
Yeah, kinda, yeah. Right. What's next? What shall we go?
I don't know, man. What should we do? We got the weekly topic, I guess. I don't really have any news. What's going on in Beardbrand? My last our upload yesterday kind of talked about everything going on in Beardbrand. So if you haven't watched that video from
Very
yesterday on this channel, check that out.
Very-
Yeah, I don't know what else is new. That's
Cool.
about
Let's
it,
dig
pretty-
in.
Let's dig in.
Why? Well, let's go. The real reason why I left Portugal. Before I get to that, I'm just gonna give you a little bit of history about Portugal. Or about me in Portugal. I got kicked out of school. I was 16 years old, very young.
For doing what?
Oh my God, for fighting.
Did you win at least?
Yeah. But it's not even that. This guy and I, we were like good friends, but we used to also fight just sometimes to get kicked out of classes. But the teachers' fault.
He's not the machete guy, is he?
No, no. But the teachers obviously didn't know we used to just get kicked out of classes, so we didn't have to be there. But I got kicked out because I skipped too many classes, and obviously that situation. And I got called into the, I think in English term will be a headmaster office. And
we call the principal's office.
Yeah, so this guy and I had one of those fights, and we both got called in, and the principal, as you guys call it, was just shouting on us both, blah blah blah, and all of a sudden he just slapped us. Bah! I hit my head on the wall as he slapped me, and I pushed him. I was like, "Why are you hitting me?" And I left the room. Anyway, my mom got called in and stuff, and I got kicked out. This was 1996. I know, 1996. Yeah, he proper hit me. I hit my head on the wall as he slapped me, man. That was common. That was very common.
In America, they get sued for that.
Yeah, and in 1996 in Portugal, you had no rules, basically. Now, yes. So as I got kicked out of school, man, I was already kind of losing my way. I was still playing football, but I was already doing some little drugs and stuff, and obviously just going a bit crazy. I ended up going to do a mechanics course for that following year, but it didn't work out because we started, I think, was with 16 people, and for the first year we're left with 4, and they couldn't justify funding that course with only 4 people, so they wanted to send us to the big capital in Lisbon. And I'm from a small town called Ceia. You've been here, the mountains, so it's a big difference.
Did that really grind your gears?
Grind my gears. The mechanic. It did, yeah, it did a little bit. But yeah, I wanted to do it, but I didn't want to go to Lisbon. So in the end, I ended up going to Portugal, to Germany at 17. I just turned 17. I went to Portugal. Not just turned 17. I was 17.
Did your mom? 18. I mean, what was your mom saying? She's like, I'll see you.
I mean, I had no job, I had no course anymore. My mom was like, "Yeah, if that's what you want to do, go." I mean, what's she gonna say? I need to make a living. I'm living in her house, so I had to do something, and that was the choice I made. A neighbor of mine, so it was a neighbor of mine. He had this building company, but he ended up getting a contract with this German recycling company. So I went there. It was a hard job, man. I only lasted, well, four of us left after 5 months. We drove back in someone else's car. I have to quick run downstairs and open the door for my wife because she's
Now I
just
gotta
arrived
carry.
from her work.
I've
Yes,
got
just keep them entertained.
Now what I'm doing, for those who don't know, I don't know what Serrano means. Do y'all know what Serrano means? Let's see. Is that a place in Portugal? Portugal. Let's see here. Pulling it up. We got some questions here. I'll talk to Rob. Let's throw that up there. Rob. How did Carlos and I meet? Oh, that was quick. I was not doing a good job carrying the conversation. Oh, we lost your audio.
Yes, here I am.
There you're back.
So fast, like flash.
What's Serrano?
Serrano is where I'm from the mountains. Okay. Right, so what we do, Emma?
Well, we're going to talk to Rob about what's going on, but how did we first meet? Carlos stalked me on the internet, and he just begged for free products. And I was like, fuck it, fine. Take it. Quit messaging me.
Yeah.
He's like, I got this one guy, I just can't stand him. I need some Beardbrand. He's like, the wooden label on this other product is not very good.
Oh my God. You didn't.
No.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, pretty much it.
Yeah, anyway, man, I went to live in Germany, and 5 months I was back in Portugal. We stopped in France for another, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks or whatever it was. And when I went back to my hometown, just the drug situation just became worse, man. So, and to give you an example, man, my hometown is not very big. There's nothing going on really. We have like very minimal nightclubs. There's probably 1 or 2. I don't even know if we have any now. There's a few bars and stuff, but there was nothing to do apart from you either play sports and you stick to that, or you do drugs. And that's basically what happened in my hometown. And I did both. and the drugs won. So when I went back, it just became so bad, man. And we said this in a few episodes. It got to a point that I detoxed and I had to leave again. I went back to Germany. I went back to the same hard job at 21 years old. Before that, I went to live in Coimbra, one of the cities that we mentioned on your quiz. I lived in Porto for a little bit, but it was all drug related. So then when I got clean, like I worked in a bakery. I made lattes. I made bread. I went to live in Germany and I stayed there for a year or just over a year or whatever it was. And because I left to get out of the drugs, it didn't really work because when I got to Germany, there's drugs there too.
Yeah.
So and I ended up doing the same. I just lasted longer than 5 months. So I went back to Portugal and I didn't know what to do. I ended up meeting the mother of my daughter, and 1 month later I was here in England. And guess what? In England it was fine for a little while, but then what did I do again? Fucked up with the drugs. Baby. No, well, I did the baby, yes, but then I just fucked up with the drugs. To cut the whole story short,
But I want to hear some. I want to hear some Portuguese facts. We've talked about your drug use.
Yeah.
We talked about it.
Yeah. But to cut the story short, I made a living here, and I do like to. I did like my life in England until maybe the last 6 years. 6 years, it just became really weird.
Yeah.
And I would move to Portugal tomorrow if. And it's not better there because Portuguese facts. Here I come. Economy is pretty shit in Portugal. You know, it's like 50th ranking in the whole world. The big debt.
You and Jenna work remote, right? She works remote now too.
Yeah, and guess what? Jenna's bosses moved to Portugal.
Oh, really?
One of their bosses lived in Bali, and he just moved to Portugal a couple of years ago. The other brother, he just moved last year.
To Lisbon or where?
No, they live in Cyprus. It's a beautiful place down the south coast, man. It's
you gotta talk to them and say like, hey, we're building an office in Portugal.
They don't care about the office. They keep asking us to move there. They said, Jen, why don't you guys move here? Like we went to a wedding in Italy. What was it? Last year, a couple of years ago. We went to Jen work colleague and wedding and friend, and the boss was there, and they're like, you gotta move to Portugal. What are you doing?
Maybe I'll move there because it's like one of the few places that relatively easy for Americans to move to. Like you can get residency pretty easy.
Talking about that, I don't know if they still do it because I was trying to research that earlier. It says they stopped it last year, so they were doing for like foreign people like yourself a 10-year tax-free on like earn income from abroad. For example, your business, you earn income from America. There was 10 years tax-free. But if you earn anything in Portugal, obviously you tax at 20% like everyone else. Pardon me. It says they still do it. They stopped doing it in January 2024, but they can still do it depending if you meet some of the requirements, but I couldn't find any of the requirements. So I know there are still a lot of Americans moving to Portugal. I come across some stuff online sometimes of people that moved from America and Canada, and they talking about the tax-free thing. So maybe they're still doing it. You just have to meet some weird requirements. I don't know.
Do they speak? Do they speak any English in Portugal, or is it all Spanish?
I think most people speak English and Spanish. Yes,
yeah.
because a lot of Americans and English and Spanish go there on holiday. Or move there.
Amigo.
Yeah. Andale. But I want to show you some funny stuff from Portugal.
Okay. Let's see it.
Let me share my screen. The funny things about Portugal. I'm gonna have to share my entire screen. And I couldn't find those. You can see my search. I'll just share the whole screen and then go with the flow. All right. What can we see? I can't see anything.
You're gonna get marks.
Marks? Oh, yeah.
There we go. No. Look at this. It's like
Star Wars. Rid of that. Hold on. Get rid of that. Let me stop.
You can close all your porn tabs.
Yeah. It's not the. All right. Stop sharing.
That was fine. You just gotta. You just gotta get out of your live stream.
No, like I want to show you this one. This one, yeah. No, it's not this one. Sorry. God, this is taking more longer than I thought.
Look at Mark's putting up the banner. Save 30% at Beardbrand. Up to 30% at beardbrand.com.
Let
If
me
you
get
bundle
out.
7 products, you get 3 products free. Pretty dang good deal. Bundle 3 products, get 1 free. Bundle 5, get 2 free.
Right. Are we there, Marks? Can you guys see these?
No.
No.
All right, here we go. All right. I can see your desktop now. What are we looking at?
Can you see these pictures? Oh, I can. Okay,
I mean, they're tiny.
I know, but I'm gonna bring it. I'm trying to. So this is the it's still tiny, man.
Zoom in on it. You know how to zoom.
This is the weird stuff that Portugal just made.
Zoom, just with your fingers. Go back with your fingers. Zoom in.
Don't worry about it. I'll show you some.
I'm worrying about it.
You are from South Carolina. You support what's it called? Your team?
The Gamecocks.
Yeah. Look, you would be fine here in Caldas da Rainha because you'd have all the cock stuff. Look at these weird cups they make in Portugal.
Dude, you got to zoom in on this, Carlos. It's like this big. There you go.
Do you see a dick in there? Oh, a cock, I mean.
No.
So, look, you drink it from a cup and you get to a certain part, like almost at the end, you get this surprise. This is the sort of stuff like you get in Portugal. Weird. And this all started in Caldas da Rainha. Look at this one.
How do you drink from that one? From the side?
You drink from there, man.
From the tip? What does that say? Mama mas now abuses. No. Is that Spanish?
No, it's still Portuguese, man. Quit that. It says suck it.
Who's turning this down?
Suck it, but don't abuse it.
Is that what it really says?
Yes, suck it, but don't abuse it. This is like the funniest stuff. Then we have the codfish. I want to show you something. I have this book. I couldn't find
is that?
it. I actually want to.
What is that?
That's codfish. Bacalhau.
Cod.
Yeah.
Just normal cod that you deep fry.
Deep fry? We don't deep fry this, man. This is dry, sun-dried sea salt, and no, that's English stuff.
Right.
And that's why I want to talk to you about this. Look, I have this book somewhere. In the house. I couldn't find it, but you should buy it, Eric. You don't cook, but like 1,000 ways of cooking cod. It's like 1,000 recipes, 1,000 different recipes of cooking cod.
It's like 3 years of cod meals every single day.
They sell it on Amazon, actually. I didn't even see that. This is an amazing book, man. Seriously.
$50.
But obviously, you have to buy the Portuguese cod, which looks like this.
Okay.
It's massive cod. Look at that. These are big, man, like very big. It's not like the English stuff. They only
but the cod is like, kind of flavorless fish, right? It takes on the flavor of whatever the spices you put in there and stuff like that.
No, this cod is dried and curated in sea salt. So you have to actually put this in water.
In sea salt.
Well, not curated. Cured.
You got some little art collector curating the different cod.
That's my Portuguese thinking coming through. Cured in salt.
Cured. Okay,
yeah. And you like it gets cut into small pieces, and then you have to put it in water to get rid of all the salt before you even cook any recipes with it.
So does it like soften up again? So it's pretty dry.
Yeah, and then softens up, and it's quite thick, man. You get really thick chunks of it when you cut it all up.
I would be all about that, man.
Dude, seriously, next time we're together, if there's an opportunity to get some like this type of codfish.
Can I get that cod in America?
I have no idea. I probably can, man. There's a lot of Portuguese in America too. Or you probably can. I have a friend that sells all the. I don't think he sells cod, but he sells all the chorizos and cheese and jams and stuff. I think you can buy them in AGB. I'm not 100% sure about that. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about. So we have another type of Portuguese music, which is kind of a folklore. And this guy is a very famous Portuguese singer, though. But I was trying to find. Obviously, I'm not going to play the song because of copyrights. But read. Can you see these lyrics?
You got to zoom in, dude. We're old.
Can you
know how
not
to
see
zoom
these
on a
lyrics?
Mac, right? You just take your 2 fingers and then blow it up. Zoom in on it.
I know how to zoom, but can you read it?
I can read it. Yeah. Those are
okay. Cool.
Is that what y'all do? Is that what y'all do in Portugal?
Well, that's what these guys. It's a shame. Obviously, we can't play the song.
Is that it? Oh, that's a translation. Okay, so he's speaking.
Yeah, So I got the translation.
Does everyone sing that song? The guys and the girls?
Yeah, there's parties about these songs all throughout Portugal, and this guy is a very famous singer, Tim Barreiros. He just sings like this weird. I like to suck the cute goat titties. I like to suck. It's just man. His songs.
What are y'all doing in Portugal? I think that's what you're known for, singing songs about sucking on goat tits.
Songs, but his songs are just naughty, like super naughty. Yeah, just Google this guy and listen to some of his songs and then get the translation. It's just so weird. What else have I
guess the American version is Eminem, where he sings about murdering people. His mom, you know, like we've got some messed up artists as well.
This guy is just naughty. Another thing I want to share with you guys, because we talked about it in the stream. So, Pastel de Nata. This was invented in Lisbon. Pastel de Belém was called Pastel de Nata by some sort of monks or whatever a long time ago. And I've eaten a lot of natas here in the UK, but it's hard to get one that you're like, oh, this is the one. And this is the place that I found, and guess what? They deliver to my house. Oh, I shouldn't put my address there.
Well, we can't see it. Luckily, we can't see it. I don't know what.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Can you not see
Nata?
this?
Yeah, we can see it now.
Yeah. So this is they deliver. They are in the UK. They have a few stores now. They started in London, but they expanded a little bit. They are the ones that are close to the original ones that you eat in Portugal. Very.
They're just British. They're just British.
This is just here in UK. I think it's owned by Portuguese people, though. At least most of these guys look Portuguese, apart from this guy or girl.
Santa Nata, they dress up like Santa Claus?
No, they dress up like bakers, man. Look at that.
Well, why are they called?
You could not Santa Claus. You could be Santa's helper. That could be an elf.
Put them in green.
Yeah, that could be an elf.
We got Greg in here.
All right.
We got 5 minutes.
Let me stop.
Let me stop
sharing this stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you. I left Portugal for whatever reason, but I would definitely go back, even though Portugal, without getting into too much politics, it's a very corrupt country still, especially in the last couple of decades. I would say, kind of when I left, Portugal went like that. I think it's my fault, though. I left and
you left. Country went like this. Everyone moved in.
Yeah. Now it's time for me to go back. So make Portugal great again.
Is that the saying?
Yeah, I would move. I would
MPGA.
definitely move. It's a beautiful country, man. Like beautiful from north to south. I would
maybe
never
I'll
move
move
back
there.
to my
Can you like fly
hometown.
under the radar with all the corruption, or is it touch everyone? Is it like the mafia in Italy? Where you
Not
gotta,
like that. I mean, politicians, man, they just
yeah.
make it as they go along. It's not like that. No.
But
not
like if you're not going to be harassed or anything like that. It's just if you want to do something, it's real hard.
There's robberies like everyone else. I think it's harder for a Portuguese person than it is for a foreigner. I think you
right, because
you would be fine there.
if I'm making money at Beardbrand and I come in there, I don't have to
Yeah.
worry about getting a job in Portugal. I don't have to worry about doing business in Portugal. I'll just have
No,
my
you
money
can
and then
just
I get to live that life and I buy nice food,
yeah,
pastries and
that's it.
cod.
Yeah,
So,
nice fresh vegetables. Yeah,
so
pretty
if
much.
you're making money outside of Portugal, then it's probably a great place to go.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, some Portuguese people there is good for them too, but the average Joe is hard. I have friends; they are struggling.
They're hard.
Minimum wage is crap there, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, rent, everything is a bit expensive for what the wages are there. But I would say for like someone like yourself or Jenna's bosses, even myself and Jenna, both of us going and live there on our wages, I would say. Probably I would still get paid into an English a bank account and pay taxes a year. Yeah, I probably would do that and avoid Portuguese taxes. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that hard, but it would definitely be easier for you than it would be for someone that's already there.
If I were you, I would just do like a quick little spreadsheet on what your cost of living would be in Portugal versus Britain.
I think
then factor in monthly plane trips back to England.
Yeah, I think I've done something a long time ago to explain to Jenna that it
because
was pretty.
It's
pretty
the feeling of being far away, even though like the reality is you're not going to be that far away if you went there because you could get a
2.5 hours. We are the family.
Yeah,
it takes us 4 hours to drive there, dude. From here where we live to where Jenna's family is, takes us 4 hours. Takes 2.5 hours on the plane from Portugal.
There you go.
I mean, and then a little bit of driving, so about 3 hours. It's still an hour less.
Yeah.
So
just got to work on that sales pitch.
Around the same. Yeah.
Have you got your new place picked out yet, or no?
No. We I don't know what's happening in this house, so we're just milking a little bit, staying here a bit longer, because it's cheaper at the moment. And I don't know, man. Like I want to buy a house, but I don't know where yet. So I'm kind of stalling because we have the opportunity for, just in case Jen just goes, you know what, let's go to Portugal. So yeah. Anyway, if anyone,
we got any Q&A? I don't know if anyone's in here.
If anyone is not happy where they are, move to Portugal.
Yeah, just get that vitamin D.
Definitely coming at some point.
Get that.
Spain, Andalusia is very nice. Yes, I've been there. Very, very nice. I mean, Spain and Portugal are pretty good. Italy, France. Although France has been a bit weird lately.
Yeah. But I like near Monaco, like what do they call that? The South Coast or whatever.
Monaco, Saint-Tropez, Nice, and all that stuff.
Yeah, Nice. I would imagine that's beautiful, right?
It is nice. I've been to all of those places.
Marseille? How do you pronounce that?
Marseille is not that great, to be honest.
Oh, it's not?
I mean, it's nice, but...
No, Nice is nice.
Yes, that's very nice. A bit of mafia, Led
Okay.
Marseille.
They have that in France, huh?
I shouldn't say this on a live stream because I might get cancelled. But it's the truth, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's French mafia then. It's different than the Italian mafia. What's Greg asking about? In Texas? What in Texas?
Man?
I don't know. We got to wrap it up soon, though. I gotta head to my next call.
Yeah, I have to go and pee.
Turn on the lights, too. It's getting dark there. All right, guys. Been another live stream. A little bit.
I'll do a thumbs up
to the vertical next time. I don't know. Stay cool.
I like this. I like this format.
Okay. Keep on growing.